Hi, hello, everybody. How are you doing today? Welcome back to another House of Quartz stream, and it is good to see you all. It looks like Quinn Miss, Dirigo, and Angel Wolf were first in the chat today. We got Kitsunes as well, PK Screams, Tiger Man. Well, welcome in everybody. Hi, Survival Blade. If you're wondering what emote only is, so that is basically, it means that the only things you can put in chat are emotes. And the reason that a lot of streamers will put their chat into emote only mode, especially when they're offline, is so that nobody can put something into the chat when we're like the mods or myself are offline that could get my channel in trouble, because unfortunately the streamer can be held responsible for what weird shit is put into somebody's chat. So if you're offline and somebody's just putting in a bunch of terrible stuff in your chat, you could get in trouble for it even though you're offline and you're not even really like there. So that's like a safety thing. Also, if you get like what's called a hate raid or something like that, you can go into subscriber only mode, or you can go into emote only mode, and then they can't put terrible stuff in your chat. It's like a safety feature. Oh my goodness, I sell cabbages! Thank you so very much for the 5 gift subs to my channel. You are absolutely phenomenal. Oh my god, what? Thank you. Well, congratulations. To those who just got a gift sub to the channel. I hope you're having a great day. I sell cabbages, which is it's reminding me of that one guy from Avatar: The Last Airbender. My cabbages guy. Let's see. Also, thank you, Angel Wolf. And how's everyone's midweek going? Mine is excellent. I had a great day yesterday, a good day today. Survival Blade's asking, wow, are you going for Shigo vibes? Because it's working. Actually, I really do vibe with like a really nice poison look. I actually really do. It makes me quite happy. Oh my goodness, congrats, Kitsunes. You're right here in chat. You got a gift sub to the channel. Thank you so very much, Quinn Miss, for that, which means I think we're one person away from starting a hype train up in here. How cool is that? I Sell Cabbages says, been a fan of yours for a while. I wanted to support. Thank you for your hard work. Hope your night goes well. You are phenomenal. Wait, just thank you. Made my brain go brrr, right off the bat there. Thank you so very much. I appreciate it so much. Thank you for supporting little me and my content. Exactly, my cabbages. Taggerman, you went out and interacted with a real human today? Good for you. You got extra points for that. Leveling up your character stats. And yes, Caspian, we're going for a little bit of Shigo today. A little bit of Shigo. Really, the creator can get in trouble for what the viewers say? That's ridiculous. Yeah, it's, well, some of, like, the worst laws that are, like, that impact the internet to this day have a similar vibe to it. And roll, do that, do it like pro. Nim coming through with that last subscription. We do have a hype train running today. Well, thank you so very much, Nim, for 22 months. That put us right up to a level 3 hype train. Let's go! Just all the happy brain things. I hope you guys are having a great day. It's part of your moving. Gotcha. Well, I'm glad you got some good things. Some good things going for you today. Welcome, welcome. Also, Quinn Miss, thank you for the double lurk over on YouTube. Do that. Do it. Bro. Krogan Girl. Also, 20 months. You guys are absolutely amazing. That is so very affirming. And of course, a big shout out thank you to those of you who support my content in other ways. You're just out here even lurking my content, sharing my content, interacting, all of that good stuff. I can't believe, like, we're still here. The House of Quartz community still going strong, and I can't believe that's so wonderful to me. Quim is coming out from a semi-lurk. Well, welcome back to the rest of the stream. No, you're amazing. No, you're... we're going old school color scheme. Yeah, we're going Shigo. We're going Shigo today. 3 humans to be exact, counting the social worker that gave you the ride. Nice. Well, I'm glad that you've got this support system happening for you. Yeah, it's funny, but not haha, because Twitch has legal protection if you said something. Yeah. And it's kind of it's terrible. If you want to look into it more, you can look into laws like FOSTA SESTA and COSA, which is the Kids Online Safety Act. Like there's a few different legal things over the internet that try to hold the platform, or there's even with like Project 2025 that Trump had going there, where it was like trying to arrest creators, right? For certain types of content, and making me very happy I'm on the Canadian side of the border. Jesus Christ. Belle in the Stack says, gonna lurk while cleaning the room. Well, I wish you best of luck with that. I love being like background noise for people's lives. Yes, McChonk is back. McChonk is back. I have some very supportive friends who, when I was in, a couple months ago, I was in an unsafe living situation, and um, it's absolutely phenomenal to me. But like, it's always any time that I, as somebody at risk, am in trouble, I need support or something like that. It's always like my queer, it's always like my queer community, my queer friends. Who show up the most, and so they helped me get what stuff of mine that I could. They packaged it up for me, shipped it out, and I I couldn't be more grateful for these friends. I really couldn't. Yeah, the Canadian side has its pros. It really does. Survival Blade's still at work, and then you have yard work to help out your grandmother. Well, good on you. I love to see that. That makes me happy to hear. Like, I always have like a special place in my heart for those who are elderly, and that makes me happy that you're helping your grandmother out. That's good stuff. And also, yes, thank you guys for the hype train today. Much appreciated. Yes. But then again, there is Alberta. There is Alberta. I've been seeing footage of Jasper National Park the past couple days, and on one hand, I'm very thankful that I got out of the province before all the wildfires, but I grew up in Alberta. Like, I grew up hiking in the Rocky Mountains, and it just, I think to anybody who's lived in Alberta, it's heart-wrenching to see what is ripping through the national parks right now in regards to all the wildfires. In general, grandparents are awesome. Still miss yours. Yeah, my own grandmother passed away when I was about 15, and she had such a profoundly positive impact on my life in general, and I definitely miss her very much. Hello, Big Dill. Hi. Welcome to the chat. Nature is so pretty. There's something so very wonderful and regulating about nature. Unless you're stuck out in a survival situation, that's a whole other situation. Gonna be interesting to see how Pride is gonna be at the end of the month. Yeah, we already had Pride out here in Toronto. I got to have my first Toronto Pride, which is pretty cool. And there's our hype train. There's our hype train success. Thank you guys so very much. I can't even begin to tell you how much it means to me. The affirmation means to me that you guys love and support my content. Tigerman says you're far enough for the wildfires. You're not in danger. Oh, that's right. You were out in that part of Canada, right? And Nightshaper says, hope you're settling into Toronto all right. Friendly hello from neighborhood. Oh, from Kitchener. Oh, lovely. Well, thank you. I appreciate the welcome. I want to switch out this. There we go. I actually love living in Toronto. I've only been here about 2 months, but the way that I actually love it here. I really do. I had a tarot reading yesterday randomly from somebody, and they laid out the tarot reading, and one of the first cards they pulled, she just like looks at me and she's like, did you come from a place where you were just like really unhappy and agitated a lot of the time? And I was like, bitch, how did you know? And I don't know, I get to wake up in the morning and I open my little, I don't have like a full balcony, but I still have like a little like door, and just like I get like all the birds flying by, and I can hear church bells nearby. Like, here's the thing, I'm on the out and outs with religion, but they did kind of pop off with church bells. How was first Pride? It was pretty cool. I loved my outfit for Pride. I got to see the parade. Yeah, the cards went for the throat, and she was reading with a deck of playing cards, not even actual tarot cards. Um, yeah, I think it has been a hot second, Big Dill. It's good to have you back. Love seeing you thriving. I love seeing me thriving too. I really do. Do it. Do it like the pro. Greg the Brain Demon for 17 months. Oh my god. Thank you so very much for the resubscription to my channel. All the mwah to you. And Tiger Man says, I miss camping. Last summer's trip proved my body doesn't like it anymore. Listen, I feel it. I used to look down on glampers. I don't look down on glampers anymore. PK says, did another reading for myself yesterday. Yeah, cards went for the throat. Yeah, I have a friend I haven't caught up with in a while. We're one of the things we do is like friends is we do tarot readings for each other. So we're going to do that. And I'm going to see they roast the shit out of me anytime I get a reading from them. So yay, I'm looking forward to that. And yes, Toronto is a fun and different kind of metropolis. I love the different, it's like every like little neighborhood has its own little culture, its little vibe. And since I've been here, I've gotten to go see some plays, some burlesque shows. Anytime I go out, like if there's musicians like everywhere playing on street corners and stuff like that. There's a whole bunch of like really cool graffiti on the buildings, and I don't know, my brain just absolutely lit up. I feel so much more awake. and it's nice. I'm slowly, body recovery is happening slowly, but yeah. Been binge watching your camping videos the last couple days. My camping videos. When did I have camping videos? Yes, there's a vibrant culture here. Wait, how do you see yourself thriving? Do you thrive in front of the mirror? I think in my case, I see it through my content, for sure. And it's kind of highlighted for me that I was really going through it the past few years, unfortunately, and getting to see the contrast for my life now. We do love a good healing arc. We really do. And yeah, there's actually a couple areas where I can make such like a very distinct like notice, like I can notice the difference in things like my life, my health, my friendships, relationships, things like that, where I'm like, whoa, we're seeing some very like positive changes. Oh, YouTube videos. I was like, my camping videos? I have not been camping in a while. I don't think I made videos about it. Hi Penguin. Hello. Did you get locked out of your truck? Have a hard time with glamping? If I get outside camping, want to be without any Wi-Fi or cell service? Oh no, I've gotten to the point, especially because I took wilderness survival classes, I have no desire whatsoever to like camp anymore. I'm like, my body hurts. I literally sleep on a heating pad every night. I want to be comfortable. I'm hitting my little old lady era, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with being gentle on my body. I have nothing to prove to myself. I do not need to sleep on a mat on the ground. I know I'll wake up in pain, and I don't need that for myself. No. But yeah, there's some fun stuff happening this week. I saw the Deadpool Wolverine movie, and let's see. Also, oh yeah, my one play partner had me watch Has Been Hotel finally. I will concede, it is indeed very good. I loved every second of it. I should not have put off watching it for that long. So now I guess I need to see, or was it it was Has Been Hotel, and I know there's Hell of a Boss is the other one. I still haven't seen Hell of a Boss. So we basically watched all of Has Been Hotel from start to finish, saw the whole thing. No, things are gonna get hard again, but not for long. They're gonna get back stronger. Glad things are better for you. Thank you. Never done the camping thing. I grew up camping in Alberta. I used to love it. Who's your favorite character? My favorite character out of Hazbin Hotel was the spider. Um, let's just say I might have had some personal feels for that character. There's an S worker character in Hazbin Hotel that may have wrenched my heart out and made me cry. I was not expecting to cry during Hazbin Hotel, but there's a song that this character sings. I think it's just called Poison. Yeah, Angel. Angel was my favorite character for reasons. I will admit there were some things that related, some things in me that personally related to this character. Your partner and you joke about her being Alistair and you relate to Angel. Aw. Yeah. Who is Keith David? I have no idea. I'm like, what? Yeah, so Angel, I would have to say Angel Dust. Angel Dust was by far my favorite character. And they let them be gay. Not spoilers, spoiler alert, but like the protagonist got to be gay for real. They were dating. She's like, "This is my girlfriend." And I was like, "Hell yeah. Hell yeah." Like Husk, favorite ship is Husker Dust. Yeah, I kind of vibe with that. Carmilla Carmine. And there was a character called Rosie in there too. Yeah, Vaggie was so good. That was such a good plot twist too with her backstory. I was loving living, laughing, loving for this whole thing. I know, she's so small. Also, who's the itty bitty one with one eyeball that just stabs? Kind of vibe with that. The Queen of the Cannibals. Keith David. Okay, I'm asking like if it's Keith David, who did Keith David voice? You guys gotta remember, I hardly ever know. I'm not gonna know. I'm just gonna know who the character is. Half the time with like my online friends, even if I know them in person, I meet them in person, I will still call them by their online name. I'm like, this is your username. I think it was like my one, like my admin in my server, Blitz. I know what their name is, but I still call them Blitz. Nifty, that's who it was. Oh, they voiced Husk. Got it. Yeah, they have a very nice voice. You're a loser, baby. That was a great song. This just the whole thing with the whole production was so very well done. The storytelling was excellent, and I'm invested. I can't wait to actually. Part 2, as far as I'm aware, is not available yet, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. So yeah, I saw all of Hazbin Hotel, saw the new Deadpool movie, and what has been hilarious, I don't know if you guys have seen, like, there's been, every time a Deadpool movie comes out, some Christians will pop up and be like, we went to see the Deadpool movie, we left within 3 minutes. It's like, listen, if you are a staunch Christian, Deadpool might not, that's probably not it's not the theater for you. This is probably not where you should be. I used to read Deadpool comics because when I was attending a private Christian university, and in order to graduate, you had to take a certain amount of religion credits, which is fucked up. And honestly, it's just a way of grifting students. In my opinion, it's a way of grifting students out of more money because, like, you don't need religion classes to do your job in the future. That's stupid, but during those mandatory religion classes, I used to just, like, read Deadpool comics on my iPad. It's just the only way I could cope. Yeah, right? Blitz is not their real name. Yeah, Loser Baby, it hit so good. Carmilla Carmine's voiced by the original Mimi from Red. Oh, also, isn't Vaggie voiced by... That one chick from Brooklyn Nine-Nine? I swear they do that just to piss in everyone's Cheerios. Yeah, there is nothing more exhausting and cringy than, like, spiritual warfare shit. It's like, calm down. Nobody's going to war. There's no demons fighting over your soul. Demons have better things to do. Deadpool's been around for my entire life. There's no way they didn't know. No, I honestly think they just like, I don't think they even went to the theater. I think they just were like, we went and we were so very shocked. The debauchery. Honestly, making it 3 minutes means they got a ton of repenting to. Yeah, right? No, this is it. You see 3 minutes of Deadpool and your eternal soul gone forever. Went to see Deadpool, left in the first 2 minutes. Wasting movie theater money in this economy? No kidding. I'm like, even if like given how expensive movies are and like popcorn and stuff, like $30 for popcorn, a drink, and a thing, like I could just go to the grocery store and get all of that for like $7. Why am I paying $30? I don't understand. And also, yes, the religion classes are indoctrination effort too, but not very effective because they're so boring. Hatchet Game says, I mean, within 3 minutes of the Deadpool movie, he did disembowel like 10 guys with Wolverine's bones. Yeah. Spoilers, but that was a brutal start to a movie. Not gonna lie. But I mean, like, that's every Deadpool movie, so souls are so worthless. Every day before work, I'm like, who wants my soul for one day off? I'm like, I can't even sell my soul. I can't get rid of it. Nobody wants this. Because you're a loser, baby. Also, there were 2 whole previous Deadpool movies where Deadpool was actually allowed to... No, for real! Who needs a soul when you have a dirty brain and noodles? And noodles. Okay. By the way, Rosie, would you mind if I use the name Rose for a character I'm writing that's also a spoosy worker? I can't listen. I, of course, with my blessings, say yes. I can't tell it. I can't tell you no. Also, I can't tell you how to live your life. PK says, I never found religion classes boring, but I also made my Christian teacher cry in grade 9 when I bashed what Christianity did for the world. No, the thing is, like, when it comes to a lot of Christianity, honestly, Protestantism has not done a lot. But at least Catholicism, they did pop off with church bells and stained glass windows. I'll give them that. And they've got some pretty interesting mythology at the very least. I'm going to give Catholicism the benefit of being dramatic. They have aesthetic to them. And I respect that. I don't respect the genocide and the residential schools and the many atrocities, but I do respect the aesthetic. Yeah, who goes to the third of a series without knowing about the story whatsoever? I think they were thinking it'd be more along the lines of Wolverine. Because like the X-Men, the old X-Men stuff was pretty tame. But even if you were a staunch Protestant Christian, the X-Men... Pretzel Rocks really needs to stop doing songs with words in them if they're background stream music. Like, come on, you guys. We're professionals here. Also, the monk chanting. The monk chanting goes really hard. Catholicism also gave Michelangelo funding to do his weird little gay artist thing. It did though. At least we got that out of this. We got to see the silver lining in some things. We really do. Also, it gave us that scene from Fleabag with the priest in the confessional and... Hello. Except for Future Pants. I will make an exception for the Future Pants moment because that was so funny. And I did actually remember water. I have water and tea for stream, and I ate food. I had potatoes and beef and green beans and corn for lunch. I did good. I did good. Did anyone else besides me know that there's a room in the Vatican that's nothing but naughty artwork? Gonna have to Google that later. That sounds like a great time. Yeah, but I mean, like the old X-Men stuff. and this is really funny to me, but like my parental unit, the one who's a pastor, they do a lot of anti-gay content. There's a lot of not so great things, like the whole being queer is a sin, that it's a mental disorder stemming from the sin of not controlling your feelings, according to them, and that's absolutely bonkers. But they used to show me content like The Matrix, X-Men, Lord of the Rings. They kept showing me, but the problem was that like they show me this content in the framework of like Adventists being the special people. Seventh-day Adventists are Neo, and Seventh-day Adventists are the X-Men who will be hunted down. And I'm looking at I'm like years later looking back at my dad and then watching X-Men and being like, this is an allegory for being queer, right? The X-Men are not you. You're not the persecuted ones here. Queer people are. You're the persecutor of queer people. You're not the protagonist. And that's so ironic to me in many different ways. Yeah, Adventism as X-Men. It was always all of that stuff. It happens within like the context of Adventism. Seventh-day Adventists are like a lot of different Protestant organizations where they think they're the main characters of history and they're God's special chosen people, and the government's gonna hunt them down. To which I have to say, have you seen the government ever collectively get together to do anything? Like, you really think the government suddenly is all going to come together to specifically hunt down Adventists? They have better things to do. Like the government, the military. Nobody is organized enough to hunt Adventists down. And I wish I, as a child, had realized that. It would have saved me so much trauma. Oh yes, the Kinky History channel with Esme Louise. It's really good content. I like their page. The only time I had like a beef with something they said was that they left out. They did a thing on John Harvey Kellogg, and they left a lot out. They left a lot out about that. And I was like, they stuck to the cornflakes thing, and I was like, oh, did you know that Dr. John Harvey Kellogg participated in female genital mutilation? Also, he used to shove yogurt up his butt, so there's that. I think there's a lot more going on with him. He also had issues with eugenics, so he just had a little thing for it. A little bit of eugenics as a treat for himself. Also, John Harvey Kellogg is one of the founders of Adventism, so yay, that explains a lot about Adventism. This just reminded me of the comic book Astro City, which has a super team that's kind of like the X-Men, kind of like the Fantastic Four, except they're also evangelical Christian. Why is this giving Bible Man? They're actually not that bad. The Catholic priest, who's also a vampire, and Batman is cool. What a specific comic. Now I'm just imagining him using display Wolverine claws as part of one of his sermons. Oh my goodness. He probably would, though. Just had a similar experience with my mom, Catholic. She came to me saying she thinks I should consider getting right with God because she sees signs. And then you're like, is it signs or do you have religious trauma, mother? Yeah, yogurt for his health. For his health. Can't think of a single group centered around harming others that isn't Christian. Honestly, we're just taking it one day. We're just taking it one day at a time. So yeah, saw some good content. I helped a friend move yesterday to a new location, and had a really good conversation with somebody who was like, basically they were talking about a relationship situation, and I was like, girl, let me tell you a thing. Here's some stuff you might want to look for with an unsafe situation. And it kind of gave me some inspiration for possibly doing some domestic violence advocacy work in the future. Tasting History did a video on cornflakes yesterday. He left out the unsavory part simply because that's not what his channel's about, but he did make mention of the yogurt. The thing is, you can't leave out yogurt. If you're going to talk about John Harvey Kellogg, you need to keep the yogurt in. But yeah, I think that's like another very positive thing in my life that's changing right now is that Toronto has uh, there's a lot more people here who are queer. There's a lot more people here who are in like spice merchantry or things like that. So my friend group has kind of changed from like Muggle civilians to like people who are like more aligned and like I'm more on like even an economic like equal playing ground where I'm not the openly queer spice merchant odd one out, and it feels really good. It absolutely feels very good to have more of like an equal footing in community there. I mean, call shoving yogurt up your butt a good time. Don't yogurt shame. You know what? To each their own. I mean, shoving yogurt up your butt every single day, I have questions. That might not be the best for you, but yeah, different strokes for different folks. You suggested to your mom she go to therapy, made a mistake of asking why she thought that way. Did not enjoy that conversation. No, probably not. But good on you. Good on you for redirecting to actual, like, concrete things that might help out. Abrahamic flakes. Faiths always have a lot of crap they're dealing with that's completely against their faith, but they ignore that part because they want to hate, criticize, or demonize. No religion's perfect, but still it's a lot. You know, I'm very much I've hit my villain era of if your faith causes harm to somebody else at risk, I don't respect that faith at all. I'm like, I actually am under no obligation to respect your faith. Bigger city generally has larger population of minorities. Yes. Yes. And I found your herd. I'm finding it, I think. Yeah. And I'm in a place where my world isn't being condensed to like somebody else's friend group. Everything's a lot more open now. We do love a good villain era. We really do. And I also now am like, aside from like friend group being more aligned, I also have people in my life who consistently treat my body with respect, and it's doing such good things for my brain. Who would have thought? What a plot twist. But yeah, having people in my life who treat my body with respect, the way that I'm feeling so much more like dopamine and serotonin and good like brain things. I love it. I love just being able to like have access to people who consistently just like take delight in that, and it makes me very happy. It's definitely a good thing. Let's just say today's not good for me, but yeah, she sounds delusional in my opinion. I think she should see a therapist about it. Yeah, of course she doesn't think she's delusional, and that's why I'm just like, yeah, there's nothing more exhausting than spiritual warfare bullshit. It sucks. Hey, hello, William. Looking cheerful and healthy. I'm feeling cheerful and healthy. I really am. 'Cause it's like it's like a gradual thing. 'Cause like this was where I am now was something I'd started to work towards, because I'm one of those people who I'm like, if I notice something feels wrong, I'll work over time to try to get to a place where it's better. And my content, like the love I have for my content, was keeping me afloat. But yeah, there was so much happening in my life that was discouraging and even degrading, and I might have ended up here in a fashion that I was not expecting, but the plan was to get here and start working towards good things for myself. And regardless of the circumstances, I am absolutely loving that I'm getting a jump start. I'm getting a jump start on being surrounded by people that respect what I do, that treat my body well. Things like that. Like, oh my God. I love that because I wasn't expecting to be here for a few more months, but now I literally got like a jump start on that where I'm like, the way that it does make a big difference having consistent affirmation. It's like considering what I do can be very draining. People can be exploitative of it, and I actually, there was a time there because like a lot of my content was very like dommy mommy based, and I ended up stepping way back from doing like dommy mommy anything, work or play wise, because it was getting to the point where it seemed like people were treating that like a dispenser, like I was a dispenser and that's all they wanted from me. And I was like, oh, wow, this is soul degrading. This is not great. So I had to like step back and reevaluate that. Did you hear how botched the green line is now on YYC? I don't know what that means. They're smiling more is like the biggest thing. Aw. Hi, Dr. Norp. And Toastabomb. Hello. Yeah, I think this is the hair I used for a Shigo cosplay. Speaking of your friend group, have they convinced you to play TTRPG? No, they have not. I really don't enjoy TTRPGs usually. They take forever. If a turn takes like 20 minutes per person, it's too long. Oh, not just spiritual warfare, like political too, thinking everything's brought against Trump is a sham by Biden. Oh no, your mom's in deep. Hey, she hath no name. Hello. You helped your dad and his wife with their final push to move yesterday. Some good conversations happened. Haven't voiced all my issues with them, but the majority have been touched on. The response was a lot better than expected. I love that. Your dad literally said, I'm just as responsible for what you went through as... Like, didn't know how much you need to hear that. Oh my God. We love to see that. That is amazing and good for you. Good for you to use your voice to advocate for yourself in that regard. I'm very happy to hear that. That's good things. It's good for you. It's your turn to get the good stuff. So need to be taken care of too. It's nice. Girlfriend avoided subs for years because she didn't want to be a kink dispenser. It's real. It's real. It's hard. Oh my goodness. Ramble about religion, suddenly buffer for 2 minutes. Coincidence? You're like, disassociation. Hopefully get there. Definitely beating myself up a bit. It's going to take a lot more healing than thought will happen. Yeah. Honestly, being gentle with yourself is so important because there's nothing like shame and insecurity to keep you stuck somewhere. And also keep you avoidant, right? You guys don't need to be sorry for listen, if something is too much or we need to redirect it, we'll redirect it. Like what Miss says, you talked about how leaving culture feels like it's getting a delayed start on life, but how it made everything all exciting to live. Happy to hear you getting to take that into healthy and happy overdrive. I am too. A lot of stuff with healing is helpful in terms of like reframing, right? And I had wanted to go on to be a therapist myself, but if that had worked out, I wouldn't have found this side of me, the makeup, the cosplays, the mental health content, all of this that came out, like developing a sense of self, right? Speaking of TTRPGs, working on a revision to D&D that aims for turns in combat to take less than 3 minutes per person. Amazing. The way that we need that, because I'm like, please, I probably have undiagnosed ADHD. I can't do D&D. Can't do it. It takes so long. And hi, Mythos Fox. Welcome. And being here is helping. I'm glad to hear that. Guess someone didn't like me saying that God's a bad dad to humanity. You know, I'm honestly, I'm not a fan of the like at least the Western version of a Christian God, I'm not a big fan of, but that's probably very apparent. It's not like I haven't been saying that for in my content for like the past 4 years or so. So yeah, what you gonna do? Just naturally default to apologizing. Really need to work on it. That's for me to focus on. Aw. Aw, yeah. Saying sorry quite often, that tends to be a little bit of a trauma indicator. Makeup and cheese have never looked better. Never looked better. Yeah. No, the way I can't believe that, like, how much it actually is like lighting my brain up to get like consistent and intentional affection. Oh my god. Wait, like, I literally just like woke up this morning and I'm like ADHD is no excuse. Most players are neurospicy. In my case, like, I can't focus. I will get grumpy. I actually can't play D&D because I will get grumpy. Me and my unhealthily large collection of non-D&D TBRGs that don't involve long turns. Yeah, I also just it's typically something where it doesn't make my brain burr. So I basically just exist on the outskirts of it all. A little bit of an attention sponge. Who is the DM when you tried to play? Do they have experience with players with ADHD? I've actually only played a campaign with like the one DM, and it was actually, and I will give this, like, they were brand new to it, but also like this is somebody who's also an ex-friend who's no longer in my life, for reasons of the way that they talked to me in particular was very degrading, and yeah, there's probably something to it where it's just like, also the DM wasn't great. I don't crochet. Yeah, no, crochet also does not make my brain go burr. Gluing stuff to my face makes my brain go burr. Consistent affection, something everyone deserves. No, for real, attention and affection are basic human needs. Yeah, no, for some people, tabletop just doesn't work. It's why I'm very much more of a gaming person. Throughout my entire life, I've never liked board games. I've never liked card games. I just get very agitated and grumpy and fidgety for those things. Or I'm like, no, this doesn't work for me. I'm not about this. No, there's no serotonin here. So I just, I'm very upfront where I'm like, this just isn't for me. You need a good DM that keeps players engaged. That would probably help a little bit. One of my favorite things about transitioning is I can now give myself permission to play with makeup. It's been so incredible for my mental health. I love that for you. No, there's something very calming and regulating about makeup for me. Nim says, a little hyperfixation and a plunge on the internet, the not so squeaky clean Christian sites. What? Where'd you end up? Led me to the notion that the Western main deity may have been originally the thunder god of a more ancient pantheon, which would explain a lot, because no thunder, lightning, or storm god has a reputation that could claim leadership of humanity. Listen, there's actually so much indicating that the Christian God is just like an amalgamation of a bunch of pagan gods just like slapped together. Was a DM? No. This was somebody that I knew from like my high school days. And this actually leads into like another topic of conversation, something that I've been kind of chewing over, because I had somebody even in my comment section asking about self-confidence, right? And they were basically saying that they've been avoiding my content, the affirmation content I do, because their brain has a hard time registering it as real. And I went on like this whole like mental process thing about my own struggle with self-esteem. Oh, you went on a LARP. I love that for you, Rainbow. I love that. And the struggle for me with self-esteem was that there were social consequences for developing a sense of self-esteem. And it's very real. Oh, hi, Tim, over on YouTube. Thank you very much for the affirmation. I appreciate it. Have a group of friends who love TTRPGs, so play with them sometimes, just prefer to hang out. Yeah, same. I am definitely more of a video game character, like player, because it's just like, it's continuous interaction with the environment rather than sitting there being like, oh, could you have a turn already? Go. Most likely a goddess from old Judaic pantheon, according to a rabbi I had a class with. Yeah. Quimmis, I don't know. I feel like you would have fun with that. Definitely lost friends when I slowly started standing up. Yeah. And actually, even when I started as a content creator, I had like old family friends from high school that I tried including in my platform and in my community, but throughout the entirety of those friendships, the way that they spoke to me was, quite frankly, mean. It was not uplifting, it was not affirming, it was degrading, but it was always framed in the context of affectionate roasting. And I would be like, this is just how I talk to people. But as like I phased them out of my life, I'm looking at it, I'm like, no, you're just mean. Like, you kind of suck as a person. If this is how you talk to people, you maybe get good. Maybe actually start treating people well with if you're using your voice in the time that you have on Earth to verbally tear people down as your form of showing affection, you might want to sit with yourself. Like, dear God. But that requires you to talk, and I don't do that traditionally. Listen, Quimmis, we pulled you out of lurking, and now you talk all the time in chat. So maybe that's something we'll see for you, like in life. Oh, so Tim, the other comments you're seeing are over on Twitch. I'm streaming both on YouTube and Twitch at the moment. So you were in my YouTube chat, and I'm also responding to my chat on Twitch. Cutting out friends that are mean to you is a hard thing to do. Yeah, it definitely can be. Yes, exactly, Sad Kitten. Video games have the positive feedback loops. And Alisai says, affectionate roasting was a huge part of my negative thought process I had to work through. Sucks as a form of love. Yeah, and like there is a time and a place for affectionate roasting, but not in a way that implies that somebody is inherently stupid. And like there were also like occasions where it would be like degrading stuff about my body all the time. It was just like, I get it. I'm pretty flat chested, but Jesus Christ, do you have to bring it up so like multiple times in a day? Like, why is it so important to you that I feel bad about my body? Like, what is this about? But that was like from the start of those friendships. And there's also consequences of like, when you start to develop a sense of self-esteem, you also start to stand on business. And I think for women in particular, if you are in situations where other people have economic power over your life, when you start standing on business and you start not giving as much labor or resources to other people, you stop like serving to your own detriment, there can be economic consequences for that as well. So I think for a lot of people, when they hit those walls of like, I want to feel good about myself, but I can't, it doesn't feel true. Something I ask people to examine is it safe for you to have a sense of self-esteem? Like, because having a sense of self-esteem will open up your life. It'll take you to new places over time, but it can be brutal. I'll like straight up, developing a sense of self-esteem can be fucking brutal. Affectionate roasting is an ancient legacy, often counterfeited by malicious goons. Sounds good, Sam. You can keep chatting over on YouTube as well, and I'll interact with you over there. May has had a hyperfixation on video game design, development, and psychology. I love to see that. I love to see that. It's a good hyperfixation to have. Being flat-chested isn't even bad, right? I don't know why. I don't know why they were so obsessed with being, like, it was a lot of jokes like, I have, and this is coming from, like, a guy who would just be like, I got bigger tits than you do. I'm like, shh. I get it. You said it, like, it wasn't even funny the first time you said it, and it was very uncomfortable. Like, why do you need to say this? I know what my body looks like. Dear God, shut up. Only roasting I accept is from my brother, because you roast it, like, siblings do roast each other, for sure. Friends should be hyping each other up, right? And the thing is, like, when it came to this roasting stuff, and they used to even do it to me on my Twitch streams, like, I would include them in my platforms, and I do collab streams with them and stuff, and they would just spend the whole time verbally shitting on me, and I was just taking it, and it got to the point where I was like, I don't feel good about myself being around these people. They're literally spending all their energy verbally tearing me down. When all I've ever done is be kind to them. And that's the thing, is, to me, it was so weird because I used to feel stupid. They made me feel stupid with the roasting stuff because I'd be like, oh, maybe I'm not smart enough to roast them back. And then it hit me out of nowhere. I was like, no, the reason I can't roast them back is because I don't treat people like that. I don't speak about people like that. I don't verbally degrade people and call it affection. I ain't built like that. I am not built to tear people down. And the way it hit like that, and I was like, no, actually, I'm not dumb. I'm just not mean. Yeah, if you don't roast each other, are you even siblings? Right? Can't argue about the de-lurking effects here. Best decision of my life so far. And I'm living for it. I'm so happy that you interact in the chat regularly now. Like, you bring, like, you have so many good things to contribute, Quimus, to, like, all the conversations. And it's very, like, you'll be a little shit at times, but also you drop the wisdom once in a while, just like, and it's appreciated. Modern men seem more and more obsessed with larger and larger, the titties, and just have to think about how much the women's backs must hurt. No, it's not good for you. It's really not. The way it'll cause so much back pain. And then when women are just like, yeah, I went and I got a reduction, they'll get so much backlash for it. And it's like, men, decenter. No, your visuals are not a priority. Looks nervous and British. And thank you, Angel Wolf. And yeah, one of the things for myself is that, like, my priority moving forward, like, I basically, like, I did a new move, I'm in a new space, is that I only surround myself with people who respect my job, respect my body, who do not try to use me for free S work for themselves. I don't allow people in my vicinity who roast me affectionately when it's actually just being mean. And I try to surround myself with people who like what I do, and they're just like, yeah, we like, go little rock star, you're having fun, and you're doing something that lights your brain up, and we're proud of you for that. Like, that's the only thing I have room in my life for now. I didn't roast siblings, I flambéed and yeeted them. Oh my god. Yeah, I didn't really have that type of relationship with my younger sibling. Like, to be honest, unfortunately, like, I actually just didn't even really like my sibling when I was younger. We did not really have a very close relationship. Let's just say the traditional Sunday roast isn't the only traditional roast over here. Aw. Why would I want to roast people, especially people I like? Even people I hate, I just say whatever horrible stuff they did and leave it there. Yeah. And that's just it, is that when you kind of clock that somebody is being verbally degrading to you and using humor to do it, it really just changes your view of them. It alters it quite fundamentally, and you're just like, oh, actually, you're not really a safe person. The same never got along with my sister when I was younger, slowly being fixed. No, I'm always glad to hear when like reconciliation can happen. 5 and 10 a.m. Have made pizza for breakfast. Pizza for breakfast. I had pizza last night. It was like the traditional moving help. Thank you for helping move meal. And I had like a really good Hawaiian pizza. That's one of the sad things for me growing up Adventist. We were not allowed to eat pork, right? So I did not grow up with Hawaiian pizza. And I think that that is a sin. And my parents owe me financial compensation for the loss of good things. The one thing about affectionate roasting, you always have to sandwich it in between true affection, right? Right, and that's the thing, is that I do now have criteria for what type of roasting I allow in my space, because the roasting that I was experiencing, it was either to tell me that I was stupid or that my body was not enough, over and over again. And I was like, here's the thing, I graduated high school as valedictorian. I have concrete evidence I am a smart being. And they would take, honestly, the way that like some people, it is a trope, but the way that some people will take kindness and tolerance for stupidity, and it's like, no, I'm not being stupid with you. Like you being mean with me isn't me being stupid. I'm being tolerant and kind, and you're verbally shitting on me to feel better about your own insecurity with yourself because you don't like yourself. I'm too soft and baby to be roasted. Yeah, 100%. You are enough. And I'm glad to hear that, Tiger Man. That's really good. Stay not mean forever unless the other deserves it. Yeah, that is the thing, is that I don't know where I heard it, but I've been doing a lot of deep diving into like healings for victims of like domestic abuse. And one of the things that popped up was kind of like that difference in mentality, where it's like, your brain, if you've experienced domestic violence, domestic abuse, your brain has a hard time understanding how someone could treat you that way. And one of the things that I came across was literally like, I have a hard time comprehending that you could be this awful because I'm not built to break people. I don't understand how your brain operates because my brain is not built to cause harm. My brain is not built to hurt. My brain is not built to tear you down. And so it's, and it resonated so very much because I was like, yeah, no, I don't understand it. I don't understand the compulsion to verbally degrade somebody. I don't understand the compulsion to put people down. And oh, are you now over on the Twitch side? Hello, Obliged Shark. Hello. Oh, have a lovely brain. Thank you. Yeah, I did actually. I graduated as valedictorian. I was very proud of myself for that. So it was very confusing to keep getting messages from like friends and family where they were like, you're kind of dumb, da da da. And I'm like, actually, I'm not dumb. I'm just, for some reason, putting up with you. Because I love and care about you. And that's probably dumb. Like, what's actually dumb is how tolerant I am of this. My sister-in-law, mother-in-law have taught me that family are meant to be trusted. Aww. We love to see it. What is it? Corrective emotional experiences? We'll point out when someone's accent goes weird in terms of their normal voice, or when they start themselves and keep it short. There's a difference between laughing at, laughing with. I'd rather do the latter. Yeah, for real. Just why we love Rosie Brain, all the good think thunk. I'm like, yes, I might be bad at math, but that doesn't make me dumb. I can't drive stick very well, but I make up for it in other ways. That's why you're having such a hard time dealing with the narcissistic ex and being a co-parent. My condolences. I am so glad. I'm very happy that like I'm so very glad that like abortion care is accessible here in Canada, because if I had like some of the issues that they're having in Texas now and things like that, like I could have been stuck with a kid with an unsafe person. And I am so thankful, so very fucking thankful that that's not the case. Like having to like if I had gotten pregnant with like there's some people in my life, if I gotten pregnant with them and it had to carry to term, the way I would have been stuck for the next 18 years. Yes, my heart is full of good things like cheese. Food sins. Today's a rainy day here. Made Japanese curry sauce. Added just potatoes to snack along the day. Your team cold? Listen, you can have that all you want. I'm definitely more of like a hot plate person. No, and that's just it. Being caring is never dumb. I've accidentally been mean to people, but only because I'm so big on truthfulness. I have also hit that problem because I can be very blunt. My response, if I could actually say it, I am dumb because dealing with you has caused me to lose brain cells. Well, one of the struggle buses for people who experience domestic abuse, and I'm pretty sure this is something I saw with my mom, is the struggles with memory. Being with an abuser, they're also noting this with like if you're in a relationship with someone with narcissistic personality disorder, is you will find over time that the mind games that they play will like essentially cause memory struggles. Your brain will have a hard time telling reality, and then they use that against you to be like, oh, so and so doesn't understand what they're talking about. Oh, you know so and so, them and their mental health. Like it will basically be used as like it'll be the things that they do to your memory will be weaponized against you during the smear campaign part of things to essentially be like, this person does not understand their own reality. And it's brutal. It's one of the more brutal parts of abusive relationships is it can cause literal brain damage. And then it can cost you, it can cause, it'll add to the smear campaign, which will then lead on to ostracization, which then isolates the abuse victim further. Yeah, this is a whole thing. I feel like someone seeing kindness and tolerance as dumb is just a broadcast of their own emotional immaturity. 100%. I don't need to be called right now. I forget so easily right now. It's making things hard some days with your current partner. Yes, unfortunately, like it can, all of that risk factor will move forward into like future relationships. And yeah, it was something heartbreaking. Like my mom actually thought in her 40s that she was developing Alzheimer's. And I'm like, which was so sad. My mom was such a smart person. She got all the math brain cells, and the way that she could play music, my mom was so musically talented, and it was so heartbreaking to see in the relationship she was in the social environment she was in, with the church that she was in, the way that you could see her brain degrade over time in response to it. And like that's the thing, is that you have to flip that stuff, because I watched her go through things like smear campaigns in that situation, and it was a lot of, she doesn't understand her reality, it's all in her head. But I'm like, you don't see that kind of brain and body degradation in a vacuum. We're interconnected. Like, our health is a reflection of our environment around us. And I'm like, if somebody's body and brain is degrading to that degree, that fast, you need to look at the fucking environment and evaluate the people around her. That does not happen on its own. You guys would have loved my mom. You would have loved her. She was so smart and so kind-hearted. And like some of my favorite memories are like my love for like working with the elderly comes from her. Like she used to take us to, like she would go play piano in like the nursing home, and I would watch the way that she was with the elderly. She would like get down on their level wherever they were, and she was so gentle and attentive and would just be there and listen and give her full attention. She taught me to really look at people and to actually watch for markers of being in pain, watch for markers of someone being emotionally distressed, because the way that her energy changed around other people who were at risk when she was so at risk herself and in so much pain herself. Like it taught me, if you guys love my content, you have my mom. You have all of the affirmation content, the even getting into things like counseling and whatnot. She inspired that. It was watching her interact with other at-risk people that kind of like inspired me to pursue what I did. So if you guys love my content in that way, you have her to thank for it. Because I genuinely wish I had the capacity she did for that. Don't need to be called right now. Forget so easily. Yeah, I read that. Sorry. I'm just catching up whenever I miss. She kept the math brain. That's why you didn't get any. That's entirely possible. Also, I think it probably went to my younger sibling. See, I'm gonna need you to stop causing me the new revelations about my life and past. Just kidding. Please don't stop. So nice. Keep up the great content. Thank you, Obliged Stark. Every time you've brought her up, you make her sound so wonderful, which I believe you've carried forward so much. Well, that's the thing with my mom, is what breaks my heart is my family does not speak well of her. They treated her passing like it was a relief, and I've tried to be there were so many, she was painted out to be the problem so many times, and they always talked about the symptoms of her trauma, and they never really talked about what a phenomenal piano player she was. They never talked about how smart, my mom was one of the most intelligent people that I've known in my life. She was a phenomenal writer. Like when she wrote about her life experiences, it was profound, it was intellectual, and my family did not appreciate her. The music talent does break within emotional mental abuse. Used to be at a show every other night, be able to scream, do heavier vocals, no issue. Now it's a struggle to even practice. Yeah, that was one of the hardest things to watch with my mom is, hey. Aw, thank you for the follow, and welcome to the House of Quartz streaming community. That's very appreciated, and I hope you enjoy your time here. Let's see. Granted, I also have a kid more than she does, so she takes priority. Yeah. She does. And the thing is, like, my mom started developing early onset arthritis. And that was one of the hardest things for me. Like, I went and I learned massage therapy techniques so that I could, like, 'cause she'd wake up and her hands would be locked. And I'd have to open her hands up for her. And that was one of the things with my family where I was like, when it came to my mom, my family tried to tell me that, like, she was fully the problem and that I was making up narratives to suit me. And I was like, you do not get to tell me that I don't know what I'm talking about when joint inflammation like that is a symptom of abuse. That is one of the things that will often happen for people who have like CPTSD, like the complex PTSD and things like that. Also, like, it's the memory issues and it's the joint inflammation. I'm like, it was literally the abuse that my mom endured was written in her body. And I was like, you don't get to tell me I don't know what I'm talking about when I was literally physically helping relieve the way her body was reacting to trauma. I was like, no, I know what the fuck I'm talking about, and I am not making this up, especially after I I have the education that I have, and I also have the work experience in disability care to back me the fuck up on it. And the way that, like, my family is so lucky that she passed before I got back home, because I would not have tolerated, like, the whole point of me going into counseling was so I could more effectively support her and advocate for her, and she ended up passing before I finished the program, and I'm like, my family is so lucky, because I would not have tolerated half of that. Feel honored getting to hear things about your mom. Well, thank you guys for making space for me to talk about her, because I very much, like, I loved and respected my mom, and it does good things for me to be able to talk about her in a positive light, and talk about somebody who had such a profound impact on my own life. Brother got the math and engineering brain. I got the history word brain. Split the dexterity between us. You're just like equal. Well, you're not gladly celebrates her with you. Oh my god. I wish she could have had half of the affirmation that I do from you guys. Small light bulb, huh? Stopped enjoying TTRPGs about the same time as my life went utterly to shit in my late 20s and early 30s. Yeah, though that's the thing about trauma, right? Is one of the symptoms of, like, trauma or depression, anxiety is loss of interest in your usual things. So if you guys see me stop doing makeup and content, something is wrong. That's, like, gonna be the first thing. No matter what you want to talk about, you've always got a listening ear with us. Aw, you guys are wonderful. You really are. And I really wish, I wish that my mom had gotten the opportunity to have a platform for her music. She wanted to be a concert pianist so bad. And because she was a pastor's wife and her talent got wasted. The way my mom got wasted on these church people. Oh my God. It just... I wish she had access to things like TikTok and whatnot, because she got wasted in service to playing in the background for, like, her spouse to just step up on stage. Like, basically she just set the tone for somebody else to have the spotlight. And because usually, like, I think we all know how, like, a general hymn feels, right? When you step in there and you're just like, Amazing Grace. When my mom played piano, I'm not kidding when I say the foundation of the church shook. Like, she would actually make the building would vibrate. There was so much life and love to what she did. And she got... I don't know if you guys have kept up with the Ballerina Farms thing, where, like, this beautiful, gorgeous woman she was supposed to dance ballet in Juilliard, got her whole life sucked into a cow farm with 8 children. And yeah, my mom had so much, like, the way that all of that talent, that power, when I say my mom had power to the way that she played piano, she had it wasn't just beautiful, it was powerful. And it got wasted. Fucking wasted on those people. Obliged Shark says, it wasn't for my mother, I probably wouldn't have made it through my disability and eventual surgery to correct it. Absolutely amazing person, has done more for me than anything else, right? Shout out to those moms. I know not everyone's mom, but shout out to those moms. Because yeah, there's something magical. There's something magical about women. The way services have such dry music in general, the hymns aren't anything special musically. No. I feel so sad for her. Finally saw some actual clips. Don't know how much about ballet. She looked really good. No, the way, like, you can tell, like, this woman from the Ballerina Farm thing, like, you can see her disassociate in some of those clips. And that's the problem, is that somebody pointed out that there's so many other Mormon women who would have loved, they would have loved to punch out kid after kid in mediocrity on a cow farm in the middle of nowhere. But that man had to take somebody with genuine potential and talent and beauty and suck her fucking dry. In my opinion, at least. Like, they always, there's certain men that they take something beautiful and they have to just and pull it out. And it's so right. There's so many. There's like moment of silence for all the women who didn't get their moment to shine, right? And I think Ballerina Farm was such a great example of, like, a man is not a plan. A man is not a plan, and you do not want to get trapped in a situation like that. That's why, like, I'm saying, I'm very thankful that I have access to things like birth control. I'm thankful I have access to things like my own credit card. Because I think especially in the first relationship that I was in, I would have been in so much more danger if I didn't have things like my own banking account accessible to me. If I didn't have access to things like birth control and whatnot, I would have been in so much more danger. And I think that's why, like, in the States, they're making such a hard push to take away things like abortion and birth control. It's about keeping women in unsafe relationships and exploiting them for their labor, exploiting them for their bodies. It's rough. It is very rough. And so the thing is, like, my mom always emphasized things like have your own bank account, don't marry too young, things like that. Like, she didn't want what happened to her to happen to me. And I'll forever be grateful to her for the things that she shared with me. And I wish I could have gone back. I wish I could have gone back in time and caught her and been like, hey, you're in a cult. You are not safe here. Sad to think of all the women who had so much potential. Yeah. Mythos says, my mom divorced her first husband in the early 60s. Pretty sure she only managed it because she worked at a bank. Was too stubborn for 90% of men to cope with. Mm-hmm. Yes, we love a woman who's too much. We love a woman who's too much. It hits different. There was a festival, like, back in Alberta that happens. It's one of, like, the North America's biggest country, like, festivals, not country music, but folk music festivals. And there's a woman who played, I forget what her name was, but she sings a song that's like, I think it's called Careless Woman. It was like, a careless woman, she played too loud, she like talked too rough, played too loud, stuff like that. I wanna be her when I grow up. I wanna be her when I grow up. I was like, yes, absolutely yes. And I also have my mom to credit for, like, not taking things quietly. And I've talked a little bit about, like, the culture of silence around abuse a few times. I am considering going, like, delving a lot more into, like, domestic abuse advocacy. But she was so committed to speaking her truth in whatever way she could. And unfortunately, my mom was up against a culture of silence where I don't know if you guys have seen this thing where they're like, oh, you stayed so silent. You stayed so silent throughout this entire thing. We knew you were in the right because you stayed so quiet. Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. The whole thing, it's like, silence preserves the peace. Yeah, whose peace? Whose peace does that protect? And my mom was so vocal, and the way that, like, she would still be here if people had actually listened. if they'd actually clocked the reactionary abuse, if they'd clocked when she was being dog whistled, if they'd literally just listened to her and believed when she said, "I'm in pain," she would still be here today. I could have been teaching her how to use TikTok to like share her music. The way that I'm so sad about that, the way that I'm so sad that like all of this, like I can't share all this stuff. Like she taught me so much, and I can't turn around and uplift her and her talents in return. No, this is a whole thing, Nim. This is a whole fucking thing. And it is a very sad realization. Blige says, "Also, your makeup and hair looks so good." Thank you. Thank you very much. I put a lot of work into this, so thank you. Yeah, there is a whole culture around it. And I think to some degree it's because there is often retaliation. If you experience pain at the hands of somebody else, chances are if you say ow, you're going to get backhanded again for just saying ow. And I think to a certain degree we developed this affirmation for silence just to be like, I know you want to talk about it, but you're going to be more at risk if you do talk about it. But I'm going to give my mom credit for herself. It's like she never stopped being brave about speaking up for herself. Even though nobody was listening, my mom never shut up about what she was experiencing, how she felt. And I think that's, to a certain degree, that saved me. Even though she didn't get out of the situation she was in, my mom refusing to be quiet, it sat with me. And even like I was trained to be very tolerant, very kind, very patient. I was trained to take exploitation, and while I did not know enough to avoid similar situations to what she experienced, I didn't end up staying. And I honestly, if I could like tell my mom anything, it would be like, thank you for not being quiet about what you were going through, because I think I would have been in some situations, in some unsafe situations much longer than I was. And I'm so very thankful. I'm so thankful I only lost a few years instead of a few decades, because that could have gone a whole other direction. So the way that I have so much gratitude towards her for that. The chairman of Meep, it's Moop, Ancient Hydra, and you know it. Also, for some reason, I'm just waving makeup brushes around like it's like a punctuation baton. Sure, she knew you'd end up doing well. I hope so. There is, I would have moved mountains for that woman, and unfortunately I didn't get the chance. So instead, you guys get to put up with me reminding you to drink water and be gentle with yourself and advocate for yourselves. Is it bleep? No, I thought it was moop. Moop, not meep. Yes. Do another hydrate here as well. But yeah, all of the skill sets, all of the things from mental health to disability care and things like that, all of it was developed specifically for her. And since I didn't get the chance to put it there, you guys get it. Blorp works too. I like Blorp. There's something very satisfying about that. Blorp. That's your thing, Penguin. I'm not gonna steal your thing, Penguin. That's all yours. What's what? Cassidy? And Cassidy gets a bonk. I have no idea, Sky. It would have depended on when your Wi-Fi died. What about Boop? We also love Boops. Well, by helping save you, she's helped save a lot more. Honestly, I wish that there would be the opportunity to like sit her down with me with like all of you guys and be like, hey, tell her the impact, like tell her the impact that her not giving up and her continuing to fight for herself has passed on. Beginning to doubt which is now. Listen, it's Moop. Well, I always stream right before brain talk during. Oh, I'm sorry, Bayama. The emphasis on patience and patience training is atrocious in heavily religious households, and it very quickly becomes training into tolerating toxic behaviors. Yes. Yeah, I feel like if my mom was here, I'd be like, hey, meet your grand viewers. Yeah. Water's an inorganic compound with a chemical formula H2O. It's transparent, tasteless, odorless, nearly colorless chemical substance. The Fitness Gram Pacer Test. Kind of like same vibe there. And I know, like, of course there's the ironic thing is that the labor, my mom would not be comfortable with the labor that I do and things like that. Like, me leaving Adventism would be hard for her. But the ironic thing is that as basically the only one in my family who has stepped away from Adventism, I'm also the only one in my family who speaks well of her. and like appreciates her, and it's like, I'm sad you're gone. And I think like that the irony of that never ceases to hit for me, of like for all these people who tell themselves that like their relationship with Jesus is everything and the Adventist health message and blah blah blah. I'm like, if I, the fallen woman, am the only one out here being like, on behalf of this person, that tells me I would actually, because of how my mom was treated, I would never be Adventist again. I'd be like, I see what your value system does to at-risk people, and it's not great. Okay, I'm loving the hair and makeup today. Aw, thank you. Yeah, I asked one of my play partners like this morning. I was like, what look should I do today? And they were like, give me some options. And I was like, uwu, goth, or fae? And they were like, goth. And I was like, you got it. Rosie, you're the legacy of kindness of your mom. No, honestly, the way that my life deviated greatly from that of the women in my family, but I'm also the only, in my matriarchal lineage, I'm the only one still alive. So I think that says something. And I have a deep and abiding respect for the women who came before me. Semi-related note, Rosie, do you like Chats with the Void? It's an art page on Instagram that speaks to my inner spirit. I can't say I've heard of it. But I love that you found some art that resonates for you. Hey, Gentle Tap, welcome back. Goth, uwu, fae. Yeah, let's we'll just smash it all together. It's night in Europe. First comment of the stream. Please, yes, go to bed, Tim. Take yourself to sleep time. Sleep is good for your brain. Aw, dude, same. Happy 14 months. Oh, that's so cool. That's so cool. Thank you so much for continuing for my content. Also, you guys, if you do like some knight in shining armor content, dude, Same's got some good stuff on their platform. I don't know if you're still streaming. Oh, now I got an ooh-woo voice. Now it is ooh-woo. It is ooh-woo. I'll tell them thank you. I'll tell them chat says thank you. Thank you very much for the goth for the goth vibes. But yeah, thank you for letting me go on a positive affirmation rant on behalf of my mom that does good things for me. You still be streaming? Nice. And we'll get a little posture check in here too. Oh, there we go. Oh, all right, good stretch. And I think what we'll do also is we'll jump in for a little bit of gaming too while we're online. Make sure we got all the stuff up. Gotta actually plug in the things. hoping that doesn't knock out any of my settings. Oh, also, I'm gonna turn up the desktop audio for you guys so you can actually hear what's going on. Can you do Super Bass by Nicki Minaj in an uwu voice? This one's for the boys with the booming system. Top down AC with the cooling system. When they come up in the club, they be blazing up. Got stacks on deck like he's saving up. And he, I don't know the words. I'm about to die. Where did you come from? Oh no. Oh, there wasn't supposed to be a dinosaur here. Oh, oops. Oh, you got my heartbeat running away. Beating like a drum and it's coming your way. Can't you hear that boom ba doop boom ba doop bass? You got that super bass boom ba doop bass. Yes, robot dinosaur. I don't know what it's doing here. Ow! No! Please.
Run, bitch! Run!
Oh, I ran all right and fell. And I'm playing on PC. Yeah, that was a whole Sunwing situation there that I didn't sign up. How do you still see me? Go away. Also, it's nighttime and I can't really see that well. I love Nicki Minaj's earlier stuff. She had such a fun vibe. Blessed content. Here I was hoping to be a little bit of a badass, but then it got instantly dark and I fell off a cliff. So instead we're going to run for our lives. As you do. Something about Uwu Super Bass while being chased by Mecho Dino. Oh no, Dino is a fine. This is it. This is peak content, you guys. This is something else. This is why you need to like hang out in my streams, because you get good shit like that. All right, we're gonna run for it. Let's go. All right, we're gonna get our medicine stash up. No, you don't see anything. Went to bed now? All right, sounds good, Obliged Ark. It was good to have you in chat today. Anaconda was fun. It was. My anaconda don't. My anaconda don't. My anaconda don't want none unless you got buns, hun. Boy toy named Troy used to live in Detroit. You're not running away. You're advancing towards future victory. See, it's all about reframing. Positive reframing. See, like there you go. There you go. You got that on lock. You got mad mental health skills. PK's got a dip? Okay. Sounds good. It was awesome having you in chat. Just running. I do be running. Doing a Forrest Gump out here. We're gonna need the whole album. Okay, I know that we're trying to... We've got another computer program that we're supposed to find. Exactly. Tactical. It's tactical, retreat, and regroup. Derigo, I don't know if you're still hanging out. I think we got a bot to eat. Cover albums in an uwu voice? Yes, please. Anyway, this is Wonderwall. You're my Wonderwall. Damien says, before I go, I'd like to say I've been watching you for a little while. You're looking so much shinier and happier than I think I've seen you. So happy you found a better place. I appreciate that so much, Damien. Thank you for taking the time to send me that little bit of affirmation. My goodness. I work all night, I work all day to pay the bills I have to pay. Ain't it sad? And still there never seems to be a single penny left for me. That's too bad. Hello, noble ancient. Not retreating, just extending existence. That's a great way to put it.
Coordinates that Gaia gave me for Demeter are close.
I'll wish you positivity today. I also do. Thank you, Derigo. You're best.
Here.
Bestest mod ever.
Someone managed to take out an entire squad.
Ooh, that's a lot of bodies. I see dead people. Lurking with you on minimum volume while I got paid someone to evaluate my self-worth. Yeah, how was therapy? Give me a man after midnight.
Hold your
Won't
fire!
somebody
I'm not
help
here
me
to
take
fight!
these shadows away?
Move in.
This is too much fun to leave. I'm glad you're having a good time.
Okay, whoever these people are, it looks like we're not gonna be friends.
We can't
I need to get
be
past these hostiles and
friends,
into the ruins.
but to just pretend. Oh,
Fight me!
no.
Protect the site!
Absolutely not.
Get out of there!
You threw off my groove.
For the ancestors!
A pox on your ancestors. Also, these humans haven't really been around very long enough to have ancestors. Oh, he's right there. He was right there in front of my face.
Fight!
Little root and tooty, point and shooty. Right in his face, pirates. No! Bye! Bye, bitch! Bye! Go away! Got him. Well, thank you for dropping in, Ancient Noble. Noble Ancient. God, struggle bus. Having a good time because you look and sound like you're having a good time. I am. I am. The way that I was saying, like, the whole thing is that, like, I have the past year I've been making like a very concentrated effort to change who I'm surrounded with, change my location, and also get myself to a place where like I'm the only one who has any say in my living situation. And so I don't have that anxiety over my head anymore. And I don't have friends that tear me down by roasting me, and I've got people who treat my body so good, so respectfully and with intention. Like they actually care about whether or not I'm having a good time. Apparently it does good brain things for you to play with people who care that you're having a good time too. And I'm like, I love this for me. Like, I haven't had that in a while, at least not consistently. You're giving so much. You deserve a good and relaxed time. I would heartily agree with that.
Relief.
Yeah, people who want you to have a good time and who make sure that it happens. Oops. No, the way that the way that I have just been like absolute like opening up and feeling so much like the way that my self-esteem is definitely feeling better as well, because it's like, oh, somebody is being intentional about how they handle my body. Oh my god, that feels so good. that hits different. Having more of these? I can make more of these. Can't wait for my excitement to turn into sadness. What? I would never have guessed your self-esteem was low earlier. Oh, it was... Oh, man. There was just stuff happening where it was so discouraging and just did not feel like I mattered, my body mattered, and it wears on you. Did used to be work. Yeah, we're working on it. We're doing the things. And something that I've learned is that self-esteem raising doesn't happen in a vacuum. Part of building positive self-esteem for yourself is surrounding yourself with people who are intentional about positive affirmation. Like, one of the reasons like I don't associate with certain friends anymore is that they were committed to tearing me down all the time, and I was like, this is not doing good things for my brain. Maybe I shouldn't be around this. That's right. Wait, face parts. I think I got his helmet. Any longer than 30s must be... Huh? That makes you think about not knowing what people go through. You bump on TikTok and stuff. You really don't. And one of the things, like, I'm very intentional with my audience to be like, please remember that what you see online it's curated.
Protect the site.
It's edited. It's nothing you see online is like raw, unfiltered content.
There's more of them.
So
Gaia should be somewhere in these ruins.
yes, please do not ever compare your life. I remember coming across a TikTok earlier this week that was like, please don't compare your life to influencers because a lot of them are broke. Like, all the trips you see them take, the clothes, the handbags, even like the makeup, like, it's expensive, and sponsorships don't really pay the bill. So a lot of those people go into debt to make that content. Jesus Christ, Penguin. Taught me the whole concept of positive affirmation. Aw. You spend a decade having to remind people it's your birthday, you stop getting excited for it. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. For a lot of people, it's kind of funny how many people that's so true for. Oh, I'm very excited for one of my best friend's birthday is coming up in, I think it's October, and I have the perfect gift in mind for her, and I do expect her to cry. Hate when people say, oh, making fun of my friends is how I show love, but then do nothing else to show appreciation to their friends and family. No, I've become very intolerant of roasting. I'm like, no, unless your roasting if your roasting tears me down, it's not affectionate. Like, you're basically saying something you believe about me to my face, but you don't want me to be upset with you for it. Like, that's kind of the hard part about it, is that, like, it's trying to tell you something to your face that's mean and trying to get away with it. And it's like, actually, no, if you're not building me up, then you shouldn't be here. That's not good. Like, go back to kindergarten until you can learn to treat people better. Yeah, exactly. Keep the roasting for marshmallows. Yeah, making an insult with laughter still hurts. It really does. And I was so tolerant of it for a very long time. Favorite VTuber's birthday's August 30th. Been working on a present? Aww. You're telling me it's not normal to wake up looking like a goddess? No. There's a lot of work put into this. Oh my god, I would love some s'mores. S'mores sounds amazing.
Ready for anything, no?
I'm glad you're excited about that, Penguin.
Greenhouse. Faro Automated Solutions industry-leading biotech research facility.
Oh look, it's the fucks who are responsible for the end of the world.
Environmental remediation. Organic waste management.
We must be in the right place. Best roasting I ever had was a nice cut of deer. Oh my god, I haven't had venison in years. Deer meat is so good. Alrighty, what do we got here? Code fragment. I had a dream which was not all a dream. The bright sun was extinguished, and the stars did wander darkling in the eternal space. Rayless and pathless, and the icy earth swung blind and blackening in the moonless air. Morn came and brought no day, and men forgot their passions in the dread. Of this their desolation in all hearts were chilled into a selfish prayer for light. And they did live by watchfires in the thrones, the palaces of crowned kings, the huts. What am I reading? The habitations of all things which dwell were burnt for beacons. Cities were consumed, and men were gathered round their blazing homes to look once more into each other's face. Happy were those who dwelt within the eye of the volcanoes and their mountain torch. A fearful hope was all the world contained. Function true. This is an apparent code. Love this mission? Okay, I'm excited, Derigo.
No flower.
Oh.
The leader should be right beyond that door. Those vines are blocking the way.
Oh, do I finally get the tool for this?
I need to find another way in.
Oh, hold on. Right here. Never had deer, but eat kangaroo meat in Australia? We eat our national emblem. How savage. See, our national emblem is the Canada goose, and we can't eat it, despite it being delicious. Which is why geese have such an attitude, specifically because they get away with that.
With no way out.
Yeah, I've yet to try kangaroo, but I would. I would try kangaroo and crocodile, or alligator is the other one I haven't tried. Just don't eat them to extinction. I will do our best.
Log.
Just got off the line with U.S. Robot Command. Time's running out. Didn't have the heart to tell Harris that our cure might be worse than the disease. Even if adamantine wreath works, we still have to prove we can curtail the trailing plant. Cobble's team is working on it over at Test Station Ivy. He'll
All
come
right. New barrier.
through. He has to.
Adamantine wreath. Another secret project. Well, they made the metal flowers here and the vines, so maybe I can find a way to destroy them. If I can find Test Station Ivy. How do I get out of here? There we go.
Door.
Great. These guys again. Whoever they are, they want me dead. I better be careful.
Oh, geez. There's there's people here, I think. Oh, there is. There's a little camp down there. Spare ribs? Spare ribs. Give them a vibe check by eating them once in a while doesn't sound terrible, right? Just a little vibe check.
Take those soldiers out.
Alligator tastes like gamey chicken. Huh. Well, if I ever do get to try alligator, it's fitting from the things I've heard kangaroos do. Yeah, just, it's only fair. Oh, what if, what if we,
There's a barbarian in the compound. She got past the lookouts. Find her, kill her, and bring her head to the lieutenant.
I
Understood.
feel like we don't need to do that.
Table.
Here? Everything does.
No, you're in the way. In the way of the container. Hold on. Oh, I was hoping they'd all move closer to it. Well, I got two of them at least. Nice.
How'd she vanish? For the ancestors!
Ancestors, hear our plea. Help me not to make a fool of me. A family tree. You'll bring honor to us all. Bye bye. So what's up with the whole ancestors thing? I haven't been around long enough for ancestors.
All hail the Queen!
You're a problem. Yeah, kangaroos will slap a bitch. And I respect that. Give me your head. Yeah.
Hit her again!
No. How about you don't?
Opening fire! Take her out now!
Let's go around his flank here. Where'd he go? Ooh, hold on.
Protect the site! Kill her!
Can I get you?
I don't.
No!
Over there!
Explode, damn it!
Start.
Explode, damn it! There we go. That's better. I very much love Mulan. And I think it probably comes as no surprise, like her whole like song where she's like, who is that girl I see staring straight back at me? Like that resonated. That hit.
Not one more step, barbarian!
Whoop! How dare you? That's rude. Bye bye. No, no, he's dead. You can... Tired and grumpy about it? Oh. You're tired and grumpy. I'm sorry to hear that. Got some yard work? Aw. Note to self casting to the TV from my phone, leaving Twitch open on my phone. Still will not let me earn channel points. Aw, sadness. Oh, they don't know where I am. Let's go back to sneaky beaky mode. There you are. There you are, you little shit. Oh, that guy's got a bigger weapon. We don't want to get hit by that.
Put her down!
Come here. Recovering from Lark and chronically ill. So tired.
I'm getting
Oh.
wise to your tricks.
Yeah.
I'll hunt you down.
Been saving it for the affirmation routine. Disney has some really good songs. Like, they have no reason to just have songs that slap so much. And yet they do. Same with VeggieTales. Come here. Come closer.
Put her down!
How about you don't put her down?
Show yourself.
Let the feminine rage be raging. I resonate with that. I can definitely empathize with some feminine rage. Understand why am I still grumpy about it? 'Cause you're tired.
Pick her up now!
Or don't. Unless you're taking me out to eat, then we're good. My god, I want sushi. I want sushi something terrible. Got anything here? Best Disney songs like Hakuna Matata? Yes. That one and the Bare Necessities. The Bare Necessities song. Look for the bare necessities, the simple bare necessities. Forget about your worries and your strife. I mean the bare necessities, oh Mother Nature's recipes. I bring the bare necessities of life. Ooh, Pokeball, those are good. Wherever I wander, wherever I roam, the bees are buzzing in the trees. Make some honey just for me. The Lion King, yeah. It's like the best karaoke. Oh, I just can't wait to be king. Everybody look left. Everybody look right. Everywhere you look, I'm standing spotlight. Not yet. The Jungle Book? Yeah. Also, okay, my favorite though would definitely have to be the old Robin Hood. Oh, this guy's toast.
Time you just you and me.
Come closer. Why are you running? Why are you running?
Where are you hiding, Outlander?
Oh, this is fun.
I really wish these people would talk to me.
Um,
Trying to kill me.
The Disney song "What's My Name"? Which movie was that from? I feel like I might have missed one. What was it? Every town has its ups and downs. Sometimes ups outnumber the downs, but not in Nottingham. Also Maid Marian, though. How do you figure out you're bisexual? Because I had a crush on both Robin Hood and Maid Marian. It was a little bit of both. Descendants 2. Oh, I haven't seen Descendants. So that'd be why. Here you are singing lovely songs while slaying people left and right. Yeah, he had it coming. He had it coming. He only had himself to blame.
Okay, it's promising.
And he ran into my knife. He ran into my knife 10 times. Ah, I want to bring the bomb launcher, but I probably cannot. No, I cannot. Thought I was straight and then figured out I was a girl, so not straight. Like, yay, saved. No, the old Disney Robin Hood movie is
I
just,
submit.
yes.
Do as you will.
Oh,
I'm gonna fight your friends out there. They attacked me.
By death alone, I can atone our trespass.
I'm not gonna kill you, okay? I just want to figure out what's going on.
is this a new character?
Where did you get that focus?
I am of the chosen people. The Quen.
Oh dear.
The ancestors left the power of the focus to us.
Chosen
alone,
people
the
is,
eye that reveals the legacy.
Oh, that explains the ancestors thing.
Legacy, huh?
The legacy? The truth. Now, it is in the darkness and the lost places. Among the ancient ashes and the bones of the before that it lies waiting.
I'm gonna
As
try
a
to finish the
diviner,
mission.
It is my task to seek it out for the good of my people.
You're looking for data. Maybe we can help each other.
Aw, Penguin, are you struggling?
Alpha. Second diviner of the Eastern Expedition.
I'm Aloy. Why don't we start again?
Yo, the thing with like Philip and Sleeping Beauty is we got some consent problems. If you're going back to like the original Sleeping Beauty, Prince Philip was that Prince Philip should go straight to jail. Straight to jail.
Those soldiers. They opened fire on me without warning. Why?
It is the duty of the Quen to seek out the legacy and defend it from the ignorant and envious. Not that you seem ignorant. But back home, other tribes only mean us harm, and we were told the same was true here.
Does that come from your legacy?
The legacy is truth. But we have been known to misinterpret it.
Aw,
I
Penguin.
hope time and the wisdom of our ancestors will guide us down the correct path.
Unconscious people don't want tea.
I hope so too. So you call data from the ancient past the legacy?
Yes, all that is not lost or forbidden.
What does that mean?
All that we are capable of reading and that which is permitted.
Nothing is
Okay.
true, everything's
Sure, I get it.
permitted.
That's fine. So what do you use the data for?
The greatest secrets are the ones that improve the lives of many. How to tend our crops, how to hold floodwaters back, or even cross the ocean.
Technology.
That is what I seek here. Technology that can help my people back home.
Fair enough. Alright, so who are these people? They're the
I've
Quen.
never heard of the Quen.
Our lands lie across the Great Ocean. We haven't been here before.
So why come now?
Our homeland has been ravaged by freakish weather. Terrible storms and blistering droughts. The crops are failing, the people are starving. When we looked for answers, it was proposed that if we had the courage to cross the ocean to Legacy's landfall, then we might earn the knowledge we need to save our people. But so far, that knowledge has eluded us.
Yeah, the chosen people thing is that's always problematic.
So you said your ancestors left your tribe that focus.
Yes. 13 diviners have possessed this one since it was discovered among the ruins in our homeland. I have their honored names committed to memory.
So you have one, but none of the soldiers out there did.
We each have a role to play. No, it is the diviner's purpose to seek out the legacy, interpret the wisdom of our ancestors.
Oh,
for
good
the
night,
of
Rainbow.
all,
Thank you for
and to
hanging
keep
out.
it
I hope you
safe,
feel better soon.
so that no one but the diviners know how to use a focus Not even the Imperial family, and certainly not soldiers.
So, how many diviners are there?
At Landfall, a small group. Back at home, a few dozen
Okay, so I
more.
think where we are is called
That's a
Landfall.
guess. Only the overseers know for sure, and I am not of their rank.
So, your people call this place Legacy's Landfall?
No, Landfall is where we
Oh.
arrived. To the west.
So that's not where we
in
are.
the shadows of the sunken city by the broken bridge.
You mean San Francisco?
Yes. You're well versed in the legacy. It was a place of great importance to our ancestors.
Yeah, it might be the
We
length.
hope to learn their secrets there, but so far that door remains closed. Even so, the data we discovered there has led us to this place. It might be our last chance.
To find something that can save your crops and your people.
Yes. If the ancestors will be generous to us once more.
All right.
I'm looking for a place in this facility called Test Station Ivy. Have you found any data that mentions it?
No. But I did find something that looks like a map. But it was unreadable. Lost.
Maybe I can make some sense of it.
There.
Chosen One? Chosen One can work for the plot. Chosen People? Ooh.
It's here.
To hydrate with Jericho. There we go.
Look in the GH.
Hey Harley, welcome back. How's it going?
Like I said, a lost file.
You can't see the map?
Wait, so we can see it, but they can't?
It's okay. Looks like your focus is an early model. The operating system won't be able to read any files created after the mid-2050s. But I could share them with you.
Share them? You can see what is lost and forbidden.
Not lost, not forbidden, just a newer format. There. That's where I need to go.
Doing good, Harley.
You can't
Doing
get
good.
there. We've been here for a week trying to get deeper into the
Yes,
complex.
you can have
The
you
way
can have
has been
head
blocked
pats,
by
Angel
rubble.
Wolf. Good job on the yard work.
What about this tunnel? It looks like it unlocks from here.
No. I thought these might be some kind of access controls, but I couldn't read enough data to make them work.
Let's try with my focus. Okay?
I believe these consoles were meant to be operated in unison, but I'm not sure.
I hope poor Aloy is just out here dispelling superstition. Ooh, maybe this will give us a hint. Data corrupted. We already have moderate but promising results from the Insect Protein Initiative. Ted Farrow, it's a dead end. There's 12 competitors ahead of us on farmed protein. Tala Aquino. Our team's pushing to improve the yield, and once they've... Ted, no, kill the program. Today. The plant gene sequencing stuff is where we've got an edge, but I want every program to link up to the harvester our robotics team's developing. Tala, you're talking about flushing 6 months of research. Ted, our AI tells us the plants you're creating aren't robust enough for auto-harvesting. Tala, you want me to feed starving people, Ted. That research will help. Ted, we'll feed them from a Pharaoh harvester. Tala, this is too sudden. We can't reconfigure everything that quickly. Ted, you have to think bigger, Tala. What was it you wrote to the team this morning? One of those quotes you're always throwing around. Tala, if you've seen further, it is by standing on the shoulders of giants. Isaac Newton. Ted, well, Newton didn't have the resources we've got, Tala. He couldn't dream of the horizons we can already see. We're the giants now. Woof, it's giving narcissism.
Okay, here we go.
Following your lead. The ancestors have shown us the way.
Come on, let's go.
You want me to come with you?
It took both of us to open up that tunnel, didn't it?
Damn it. We have to take the NPC. The 3 for gender envoy are Aloy, Alva, and you. Aw. I feel Alva is deliberately autism coded.
According to the map, there should be another
On the more
exit further in.
positive side, I could
Stay
see
close.
that.
Lead the way.
that was a dead end. So we're gonna go this way.
I can't believe you actually got us in. I dreaded having to stay here any longer on this river. Hey, they slaughtered the barbarians that approached the site. It was like they enjoyed it. Most of my people died.
Tell you what, Penguin, it's okay. It's okay. We'll take the sentiment. Even if the whole message won't come through, we'll take the sentiment. Love the green black tonight. Nice change up from pinks and turquoises. Yeah, I wanted to do let's do something more goth today, or alternative.
Fire gleam.
Ah, let's explode it.
Better stand back.
Well, that
There
was
we
loud.
go. Code fragment. Oh, it's a whole other poem. And it's a long one. More about fire. It's giving The Hobbit. Like, I see fire
There has to be a
inside
way
the
out of it.
mountains. I see fire burning the trees, and I see fire flowing souls.
What's
I
that thing in the wall?
see fire. We're going to take it out. Oh, I'm sorry it's not working, Penguin. You're trying so hard.
There has to be a way out of here.
Yes, I've got it. Strong, independent female protagonist who can yoink concrete out of the wall with my bare hands.
According to the map, the exit should be this way.
You're like, that's too many letters. Reminds me of a Hobbit. Damn, that's a lot of words. Too bad I'm not reading them.
Must have taken
Well, I'm glad you enjoy the singing because it is slightly compulsive.
I'll be glad to get back above ground.
Yeah, seems like a tomb down here.
Well, Penguin, also if you're trying to send a whole like message about like another streamer and stuff like that, that like the rest of us have no idea who they are, like maybe save it for that streamer's chat so that they actually see the affirmation and whatnot.
That can't be good.
They fly to and from the complex several times a day. Only the ancestors know why.
Well, the ancestors are dead, Alva.
Of course. How else could they be ancestors?
No, it's about you. Oh, I thought it was about another streamer, and you were trying to drop a whole thing. I was like, it might be because like you're trying to drop stuff for a different chat. And I was like, oh, if this is for another streamer, maybe they should see it. Oh, we got another one. She sabotaged the project. You know how many lives could have been lost over an affair? Quino, we're working to see what data can be recovered. In the meantime, Williams, in the meantime, we spend weeks chasing results that have gone nowhere. Kochensky's project could have been the answer. Gord, can we remember that Dr. Kochensky's libido played a big part in this? Not that big a part. Not helpful. Can we please concentrate on the plant propagation, not the human reproduction? Precisely. It's our job, our responsibility to deliver these crops, which is why I'm reassigning Dr. Samuelson to another team. She sabotaged a project and she's staying? And we'll all have to make up the time we lost. How? We're already working nights and weekends, which has cut down on the levels of infidelity. Not helpful. Aquino. Charles Darwin, a man who dares to waste 1 hour of time has not discovered the value of life. And we hold so much life in our hands, so we'll do whatever we have to do to finish the work. Albert Einstein, 2 things are infinite, the universe and human stupidity. Dr. Samuelson has proved that. Surely we can agree she has to go. She's staying. That comes all the way from the top. Pharaoh, of course. Not the kind of fellow to put ethics ahead of results. Enough, all of you. Your objections are noted. Please do not persist unless you want me to take the messaging system offline. You know, actually, we could probably unban the word bats at this point. I think enough time has passed that, yeah, because I'm pretty sure Derigo, I think we already undid that, so... I think we should be good in that regard.
We can fight them, or try to sneak past.
Oh, there's a lot of machines here. Oops. Hold on. We can get these. Easy peasy. Cryptid? I feel like Cryptid still okay.
Thanks to the data from the cauldrons, I can override tracker burrowers now.
Only closer variation of that. Okay. Oh, I hear chirps. I hear chirps. Where are you? We've got that one. And one more over here. No, Crypt I think is still allowed. It was just like, yeah, with that particular situation, I think we just, I felt like there's one specific word in Penguin's message that's just not working. Okay, I think there's maybe only 3 here. We should be... no, there's 4. I was incorrect. It's fine. More parts. Oh my gosh! Spock Jude here! Thank you for the 2 gifted subs to the stream. I appreciate that very much. Thank you, thank you. Oh, it saw me. I got distracted! The gift subs distracted me! Whoa! The fuck was that? That was a very intense watcher. Oh no, the danger chicken's been alerted. Wait! Oh, there's 5? Shit. Ow. I'm on fire. This girl is on fire. This girl is on fire. Through no fault of my own. Alright. You are vicious for no good reason. Ow. Ow. Why are you so intense? You don't need all of the flames and the fire and the things. Jesus, stop. Ow. Okay. Wait, I'm supposed to be able to do a... There we go. Alright, them chicken legs. And also, I hope you're having a great day, Spock Jr. You might get me killed, but I'm still appreciative. Oh god. For why? No, I want the thing is on its back, right there. Thank you. Woo! Ah! Alright. Just a little bit longer. Seriously? Why? Why the fire bombs? Like, you're already a terrifying robot. It's not necessary. Listen, I don't think ammunition's gonna help. What is this? What's it weak to? Come on, get a fucking read on it. Oh, I don't have a purge water weapon yet. Why do I keep getting purge water weak things when there's no purge water weapons? Why am I up against this with nothing more than a little bow and arrow? Aha. Alright, we survived! A fire extinguisher would have come in handy. It really would have. Alright, we got a lot of parts. We got those dead. Let's go in here.
A vent. I think I can pull it open.
Yeah? Open?
Got it.
Yes.
I'm right behind you. The
Got it.
entrance to the complex. Looks like it's locked off.
Like we gotta go here? Aha! I'm a genius! Alright, we're gonna go around and over. Unbelievable. Genius revoked. Actually, no. Genius stays, dexterity does not. Over. Yeah. Seriously, cut it out. Crouch. Do the thing. Thank you. Go this way. Alright. Oh, that does sound so good right now. Like I was saying, the way that I'm craving sushi is a little unholy.
Get through that hatch on the ground. It looks like the one we used at the first station. There's consoles up here too.
But no way to get to them. You stay put. I'll see what I can find.
I do have food at home though. But sushi pizza. It sounds so good. Here we are.
I think I can move these things.
Oh?
There we go. Huh. There's some space back there.
Aha. Maintenance bypass key. What does that do? Love lemon chicken. Oh, yes.
Supplies.
Ooh, this is probably where the maintenance key goes.
There we go.
That looks like some sort of conveyor. You think you can move it over to me?
Yeah. If you can hop on top of it, I can get you to those
No,
consoles.
that ain't it. I love sushi pizza so much. Hold on. Can she get down from here? Or?
Hold it there. Let me just. I jumped on top.
Nice. Alright, so just move her over.
Hold on.
Sushi pizza, it's like a deep fried rice patty that has like different types of seafood draped on it, and then usually with like sweet mayo. It's delicious.
I'm at the console. Wait. There's data here. A lot. But it's blocked. Something's restricting access. If I can't get past it, my mission here is doomed.
See, that's catastrophic
I'll help.
thinking.
If I can, okay? But first we have to get out of here.
Right. We need to open the hatch. Let's see. Okay. I'm unlocking a storage unit. There should be a power cell inside. Then you need to find a way into the generator room.
Okay, I'm on it.
Okay. On a quest
I found
tomorrow
the
for
energy
sushi
cell.
pizza,
Now
you
find a
should.
way into the generator room.
Oh, Penguin, did you get your thing through? Wait. The heck? I pulled this out. Remove energy cell. Let's see. Twitch wasn't until his last story watching I realized the actual power streamers have. Before I would say I was a streamer community so long. They noticed me and made me happy. I thought that
Has to be somewhere else.
hold on. Oh my god, Penguin, there is I thought that was all there was, but these past 2 years watching him anymore made me learn it's more than being noticed that makes a community. Despite the drama of the one asshole who I bet uses AI art, now you've shown me a community is more than noticing each other. It's lifting each other up, help each other out, giving each other coffee, remembering little bits about each other. Something happened to me where I didn't want anyone to see my face or play games with other people. And you and all the others I listed helped me move past that. I voice call people a lot now. And people like my voice. I video chat Semley regularly, and people like my face. And I was able to do that thanks to yours and others' communities and feel human again. So thank you, Rosie. Oh my god! What? Penguin, I genuinely don't know what to say. From having you in my community for as long as you've been, I know that that's profoundly impactful. Oh my god. First of all, I love that for you. And second of all, thank you for doing that struggle bus of effort to tell me that and let me know. Oh my god. I can't even begin to tell you how much I appreciate that. Sojo, thank you so much for joining us. Hi. Quack, it's what I do. I am... I really... all I can say is thank you for sharing that, because that's huge. god. That was very heartfelt, and I'm like, oh my god. Also, where does this battery pack go? I'm trying so hard to figure this out while I just process that. Somebody... How are ya? I'm doing well. How are you? Killa Maverick's finally home. Doing the hot girl stomach problems drink? Yes, I feel that. Okay, does somebody have an idea about this battery pack? Because now I am completely thrown off my groove and I am now lost. I'm 4 for 4. Listen. This makeup's expensive. Aw, Derigo, thank you. Yes. That means a lot. Event? Where'd you see event? That battleship sunk completely. Right there on the screen. There's a lot on this screen, okay? And it's dark in here. Oh, never mind. You were correct. No, I appreciate that. I appreciate that so very much. Explosion. She was here for us. The Wisers is someone I know. Get loved, you beautiful bean.
Hey, Lloyd. Would you mind warning me next time you decide to blow up a wall?
No warnings.
I'll, try.
We just raw dog this.
Okay. That brought power back to the doors. You can reach me now.
On my way.
Can I? Ooh, we got it. We did it. We did it. Uh-huh, uh-huh, uh-huh. I feel like we can just randomly see a whole goat through the wall. Oh, technically a bighorn sheep.
I can reach all the upstairs now.
Okay.
Aha.
We need to operate both consoles simultaneously to open the hatch.
I'll get to the other console. You stay here.
That's what I appreciates about you. I feel like if I'm supposed to get to this other console, how do I get up to it though?
I need to get to that other console.
How do? How do I do this? You like goat cheese, or is there some cheese forbidden? No, it's not forbidden. It's just, I wouldn't say I'm a fan of goat cheese. Yeah, goat cheese or goat milk. Like, huh? Oh, maybe I can jump across the thing. Maybe that's how that works. 'Cause that's how Elva got there. Alright, let's run over. Yeah, that's what I'm missing. Aha. Whew.
Ready when you are.
Activate the console.
Okay, you ready?
Got it.
On 2. 1, 2.
Commencing adamantium race vulnerability test scenario 12C15.
It's a goat from the west, then it's forbidden. Okay, fair enough.
Okay, that's where we need to go.
Magnetic field engaged. Initiating biomass conversion process.
Oh, whoa. Oh. What?
No, 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 no.
Oh shit.
Let's shut this thing off.
Failsafe exceeded. Test cannot be aborted.
Oh dear.
What is this?
That's what killed the ancestors.
That's how the world ended.
Test complete. Adamantine reads structural integrity. Uncompromised.
Oof, that sounds nasty by Emma.
Alva. Let's meet below.
God, that would hurt the knees.
I'm gonna share a file with you, okay?
Test log, Elm. I think it's Tuesday. The 2nd? Who cares? I'll say this for the end of the world. It's jam-packed with irony. We developed biomass conversion here. Infinite food for infinite machines. And now we're racing against time to
Do
find
water?
something to give them indigestion. Well, it works. War machines won't be able to eat the reeds. But can you deploy them in time?
No.
God, I hope so.
I don't understand.
Your ancestors? They were wiped out. Your legacy didn't tell you that?
The time of ashes. Most of the data about that is lost or forbidden.
Well, they created machines that consumed all life. You just saw how. It's a miracle anything survived.
I don't want to know this. This is not why I'm here. I need the wisdom of my ancestors to help save my people, not forbidden knowledge of their sins. I need to find something that helps, something to bring back. The overseers will punish me. Or even worse, people will die. Do you understand? My family. My sister. I left her when she was 14. Already you could see her bones. They will starve.
Alva. Alva,
Yeah, Alva's got some character
it.
development.
I do. It's hard to explain, but you and I are working toward the same goal. And if I succeed, your people won't need any data. Things will just... they will get better.
But even if I believe you, my people won't. I need to bring something back.
Okay. Then we'll go to Test Station Ivy. And if I can find a way to kill those vines, then I will have access to the data core. What I need is in there. I'm pretty sure that if I take it, it will unblock access to all the data that this place has. And that will give you something to bring home.
I'm not sure I understand. But every secret makes its own maze. A diviner must persevere. Go on. I'll
The
follow.
best part of Alva's character is that you can see her learn terrible truths.
We need to keep moving.
Yeah.
Test Station Ivy can't be far off.
You gotta digest the hard stuff. All right. That is about my time for gaming today. I just gotta first let's turn that down before I do this. Wait, this song says Future Pants. Are we all the way back to the future? It's the Future Pants song!
Fuck your life! Bing bong!
I'm so happy right now. I haven't heard the Future Pants song in like, when was this, like 2 years ago? I don't even know, but it's so good. Well, I think Future Pants is a great thing. Is Future Pants a good thing? I think so. We also have an Ara Ara for Angel Wolf. What is going on with the internet? Come on, Twitch, you can do it. Just gonna make sure that certain stuff is closed off. Oh, Murka? Yeah, we're gonna be wrapped. I've been streaming for almost 3 hours. All the purr. Oh, yeah, I'm also hungry, which is really funny. I ate like right before stream, but I'm actually starving right now, which is actually, for me, that is a great sign. When I start getting hungry, it means I'm doing it. You have Chimkin? Chimkin is good. We love some Chimkin. Oh my goodness. Ooh. I wonder, we saw like the Mercat. I was very happy to find them on Monday. That was really cool. Let's see. What is happening? Who can we go bother? Who would be a good person to drop in on? Let's see, we haven't dropped in on Tales of Love in a while. I think this is somebody we rated a while back. Are your eyes red because of me? They're probably red because if my eyes are red, it's probably because of the false eyelashes. Also, my eyes tend to be drier. I have to catch Rosie's rant on VOD. Yes, that will be available. You can watch that back either on Twitch or YouTube, I believe. Yeah, I think that would be a good channel to drop a raid on. Okay. All right, you guys. We're going to... Wait, that's not how you spell that. What? Tales of Love. Raid's been created. Yeah, I did stream a little bit earlier today. So I could do I'm gonna do a little bit of like tarot readings with a friend of mine this evening. So yeah, thank you guys for hanging out with me. I'll be live again on Friday. I typically stream Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays. So thank you so much for hanging out with me. You guys are the absolute best. I couldn't ask for a more supportive community. Thank you for the affirmation. Thank you for your time, for lurking, all that good stuff. And of course, do good things for yourself that make your brain go brrr. You're not a burden. You are wonderful. You are appreciated. And I'm so glad that you're part of my community. So, mwah, lots of love to you guys. Let's go raid a new community. Good night.